The no boot device or boot device not found error on your Asus computer means the system can't find a drive to start from. This is a BIOS UEFI level issue, often appearing as a black screen. It's crucial to understand this isn't necessarily a major hardware failure and can often be resolved with troubleshooting. Before diving deep into troubleshooting, try these quick fixes. First, ensure all physical connections, especially SATA or NVMe cables, are secure, as loose connections cause many boot issues. Then, restart your computer and enter the BIOS or UEFI settings, usually by pressing F2 or delete during startup. Check the boot order to ensure your primary drive is selected as the first boot device. In the BIOS or UEFI interface, navigate to the settings for Secure Boot and CSM, which stands for Compatibility Support Module. First, access the BIOS or UEFI by restarting your Asus device and pressing the F2 or Del key during startup. Look for the Secure Boot setting. This feature ensures only trusted software loads during boot. However, it can sometimes block unrecognized drives, causing the no boot device error. Try disabling Secure Boot to see if that resolves the issue. If you're using an older hard drive, look for CSM or Compatibility Support Module. Enabling CSM allows legacy BIOS mode alongside UEFI, which can help older drives be recognized. After making changes, remember to save them. Use the Exit menu option like Save Changes and Exit to apply the settings and restart your system. After exiting BIOS, your system should restart. Test to see if the no boot device error is resolved. Drive diagnostics help identify if your storage drive is failing, which is often the cause of the no boot device error. Use built-in Asus tools or third-party software to check drive health and detect issues like bad sectors or controller failures. Start with Asus built-in diagnostic tools. Open Asus PC Diagnostics from your system to view hardware components and check drive status. This tool provides detailed information about your storage devices. For more detailed analysis, use third-party software like Crystal Disk Info. This free tool shows drive health status, temperature, and can detect early signs of failure. A good status indicates healthy drives. These diagnostic tools can detect critical issues like bad sectors, which are damaged areas on the drive platter that cannot store data reliably. Bad sectors are a clear sign of drive failure. For SSD drives, controller failures can occur where the controller chip or flash memory components malfunction. This prevents the system from accessing the drive, causing the no boot device error. If your drive diagnostics reveal failures like bad sectors or controller issues, this is likely the root cause of the no boot device error. Replacing the failing drive should resolve the problem. First, create a bootable USB drive using the Windows installer. Download the Windows ISO from Microsoft's website and use a tool like Rufus to create the bootable drive. Once the USB is ready, restart your computer and enter the BIOS or UEFI settings. Change the boot order to prioritize the USB drive. Save the BIOS changes and exit. The computer will now boot from the USB drive into the Windows recovery environment. In the Windows recovery environment, select Troubleshoot, then Advanced Options to access recovery tools. Try Startup Repair first. This tool automatically scans for and fixes common boot issues. If Startup Repair doesn't work, try System Restore. Choose a restore point to revert your system to a previous working state. For advanced troubleshooting, open Command Prompt. Here you can run commands like bootrex rebuild bcd to rebuild the boot configuration data. Advanced troubleshooting involves using Command Prompt in the recovery environment to fix boot issues. Start by accessing Command Prompt through the Troubleshoot options. Use chkdf-frc to check for and repair disk errors on the C drive. This command scans the disk, fixes file system errors, and recovers readable information. For boot-related problems, try bootrex/fixmbr to repair the master boot record, bootrex fix boot to write a new boot sector, and bootrex/rebuild bcd to rebuild the boot configuration data. Always be cautious when using these commands. Understand what each one does before running it to avoid further issues. When diagnostics consistently show drive failure or software fixes fail, hardware replacement becomes necessary. Common signs of hardware failure include persistent drive errors, blue screens of death, or the drive not being recognized in BIOS. Consider upgrading from traditional hard disk drives to solid-state drives. SSDs offer improved reliability, faster performance, and have no moving parts that can fail. When installing the new drive, Connect it securely to the motherboard's SATA ports and ensure both power and data cables are firmly attached. After installation, restart and enter BIOS to confirm the new drive is detected and set as the primary boot device before proceeding with OS installation. Remember to back up your data before replacement and consult professional help if you're not comfortable with hardware installation. To prevent future boot issues on your Asus computer, focus on 3 key practices: regular data backups, firmware updates, and drive monitoring. First, regularly back up your important data. This ensures you can recover files if a boot failure occurs, preventing data loss from hardware issues or software corruption. Second, keep your Asus computer's firmware and BIOS updated. These updates include bug fixes and improved hardware compatibility, reducing the risk of boot device errors. Third, monitor your drives using smart technology. This helps predict potential failures by tracking drive health metrics, allowing you to address issues before they cause boot problems.